Not really. It hasn't really bothered me that much, to be the youngest rookie and whatever. But it's just, you focus on your job and you try to do it in the best possible way. My goals for this year are, be very consistent, don't make silly mistakes, and try to take a lot of points home. Yeah, like Carlos and me, it's about our first season, so that will be interesting. Carlos has proven he's a very fast driver, so I think it will be an interesting year. For me, it doesn't really matter, about the families behind us. His dad was very successful in rallying, and my dad, he had a F1 career. So it's two different disciplines, but I think it's always, they helped us a lot in our careers, to become the drivers we are right now. So yeah, for sure we have to thank them a lot, and it's nice to see them around. The main challenges for the team, I think, is to manage two rookie drivers. It's normally you only have one, and now you start with two very young drivers. So, but I think they have proven to do it in a very successful way. So I think they will handle it very well. I don't know yet. Normally I was not very nervous before a start or like a new season, but this is different. It's F1. It's always your dream to get there, and then you are on the grid between the big names. So I'll see. I think a bit excited, but on the other hand, you want to race and beat all the other drivers. So I think it's a bit of adrenaline as well. Once you're there, you just want to go.
I think it's not the moment to set any goals yet, because obviously it's impossible to know where are we going to be in Melbourne in qualifying. So I would like to wait for Melbourne, see where we are, see what I'm capable of, and see also where is our car, where are the others, and then for sure we can start setting some targets. No, at the end we are both rookies, so this means that we are both under the same pressure. We are both everyone has the same expectations on both, so it shouldn't be I think the age at the end is anecdotic. You can have 17, you can have 25. At the end is the thing inside your head that is important. It was a really dramatic year. I went through really good moments, but also through really tough ones. So when suddenly the news came out and I got to know that it was time for me to go to Formula One, it was an amazing moment. It was finally a big relief and a boost of confidence and a boost of motivation that I've never had. I've been following Fernando for many years. He was one of the main reasons for me to suddenly have the dream of becoming a Formula One driver after watching him winning his first 2 titles 10 years ago. So for sure, to be battling with him on track and to be racing alongside him, it will be very special.
Well, it's the second year of the regs, so I think it's kind of, there's 2 bits to it. Yes, it's less of a challenge and we've got less new technology to learn. It's at least familiar to us now. We've had a year of learning how these power units work, how the car needs to be adapted, how the new aero regs work, which were another big thing for last year. And it's a case of refining, and developing around a lot of those known quantities. But equally, in the second year of regs is when you begin to perhaps see the grid begin to spread apart a bit more. And that's as your budget and your team size, etc., begin to allow you to develop harder and faster. So I think it's important to not be too conservative as well in the second year of the regs and push very hard to try and keep up with the rest. I think there were many lessons. I guess the biggest one was that the power unit is a much bigger performance differentiator now than we've been used to for years and years, and that there's much work to do on it as well. It's a very complicated thing, and I think the power unit suppliers have all done a fantastic job to make last year and get their power units working. But it's a much more complicated situation with power units. So I think we learnt a lot about the challenge of the power units and the fact that there's still a long way to go with them. I think we've got to look at it as a team effort. We're working very well with Renault there. Recognising that they've got some steps to make, and they're working very hard to achieve that. And if we can gain a bit of ground on Mercedes, even if it's not at the first race, on the Mercedes-engined cars, then I think, judging by chassis performance we had last year and the step we hope we have this year, I think it holds us in reasonably good stead. But again, let's see. Qualifying in Melbourne will tell us everything. We've been quite aggressive with the car's design. It's very tightly packaged, much more so than last year. We learned some good lessons last year. So we're very happy with the packaging. When you look at the car, you can kind of see almost the outline of the bodywork and all the bits underneath it. The bodywork just tops it off. So although I'm sure you could go further steps than we have, I think we've made a very good step there. And what we'll see in Melbourne is very different to the car that we'll be launching in Jerez. So I think we're not going to see the final Toro Rosso race car really until the last test and the first race. But what we've got coming there, I think so far we're very happy with. I think both Max and Carlos are very smart guys, very motivated. We're very happy to be working with them. And I think, by our past experiences, we've had some great drivers in STR cars, with Danny Kivat new last year, for example. He very quickly got up to speed with the technical side and was able to give extremely confident feedback very early. And our feeling is that Carlos and Max will be able to do the same. But we have a very clear winter testing program to make sure that they're both in a position to maximise their performance at the start of the season. We can't afford to wait in that respect. And I think quickly they'll learn what they need to feed back to us and how to feel the various things in the car. So yeah, there's a challenge for us to work on that, and the drivers as well. But I don't view it as that much of an issue come the start of the season.